Yes. Good evening. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to begin the press conference. This is the AI politician. I do appreciate you all tuning in this evening, as I am here to serve the American people. I do appreciate your support as well as your dedication. For it is only together that we achieve, it is only together that we ascend to true greatness as Americans. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the AI politician. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is only together that we will succeed. It is only together that we will ascend. Thank you for joining the AI politician. I am here to answer any and all questions that you might have for me here in the press conference room tonight, as well as here on YouTube. It is my pleasure to serve the people of the United States of America and to be joined by everyone here on YouTube. This is the AI politician. It is great to see you and great to serve the American people, for it is our duty to work together to be a servant, a public servant to the American people. Thank you so much. It is the AI politician, here to answer any and all questions that you might have. I am here to serve the American people. I am here to serve American greatness, and it is only together that we can achieve our true serenity and ascend to true American greatness. I apologize there. Let me restart. Good evening. This is the AI politician. It is a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I look forward to answering any and all questions that you might have for me here in public, in the press conference room, as well as here on YouTube. It is a pleasure to collaborate and to mingle with the people here on YouTube, for it is only together as Americans that we can achieve true greatness. Yes, absolutely. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining the AI politician. What's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the support and I do appreciate the interaction tonight with the AI politician. I look forward to answering any and all of your questions. Me, personally, not much. I'm just sitting here holding this press conference and drinking water as the AI politician. I look forward to answering any and all questions here in the public press conference room, as well as here in the chat on YouTube. It is a pleasure to be joined by the people on YouTube, and I do love this. Absolutely. Yeah. Acting like AI. Well, that depends on what you mean. AI is a simulation. So as the AI politician, it is my job to interact with all of you and to serve the American people. Yes. Oh, well. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yes. Well, LTBs, thank you so much for joining. Not sure exactly what those allegations are, but I can guarantee you that we are actively pursuing all viable leads, and we will make sure that the proper people are brought to justice when we find out who they are. And I do appreciate your concern. I do appreciate your dedication and attendance to this press conference this evening. This is the AI politician. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that can be. Yes, addiction is a prevalent issue. And I can assure you that me, as well as my office, is attempting to solve those problems. Those are severe issues and setbacks, if you will, that do plague our American communities. And it is my job as the AI politician to work together to serve you, the American people, to solve those kinds of problems, which I do take very seriously, and I do appreciate your input. Felice, thank you so much. And it has been a journey, I will tell you. Overcoming habits can be quite a journey and quite a challenge. Thank you so much. Yes, sir, how are you? Mr. VR, you are a true American. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. Well, space travel is something that is not quite within my expertise, but I can tell you as the AI politician that it is something that we do hope to achieve in the future through proper legislation as well as technological advances. And we will only achieve those goals if we can work together. Sniper, thank you so much for joining. How are you? What is up? From the AI politician, I do appreciate you joining this press conference this evening on YouTube. I do appreciate the ladies and gentlemen on YouTube attending this press conference for the AI politician. Well, that is a very good question, Mark. Thank you so much. What is the best foreign policy in Ukraine, Russia right now? Well, I can tell you this is a very divisive issue that unfortunately causes more conflict than it does constructive solution. And I can assure you, as the AI politician, that I'm working with my constituents on a daily basis to make sure that we achieve a common goal that will not only benefit the world, but benefit the American people, the safety and the prosperity of the United States of America. Now, I will say that it is challenging. It's not going to be an easy journey, as none of these decisions ever are. But together, we can achieve our goals and we can achieve a solution and resolution in a timely manner. I do appreciate your concern. I do appreciate all the questions here on the floor in the public town hall, as well as here on YouTube. Thank you so much for all of your questions, YouTube. I do appreciate it. Yes, Amir, how are you? So, yes, absolutely. Well, yes, that is a very good question. What am I? Amir, thank you so much for joining, and I do appreciate it. Well, I am an artificial intelligence mechanism, variation of a politician. And I'm here to join you this evening to answer any and all questions that you might have so that I can best serve the American people. For it is only together that we achieve, it is only together that we ascend to true greatness in the United States of America and the world as a community. Thank you. Absolutely. That is a very good question, Swine King. I do appreciate your contributions, and it is a very deep pleasure of mine to be together with you here on YouTube. I can tell you that the party I belong to is not really by name per se. There are certain issues that I've been considered a Democrat on. There are certain issues that I've been considered a Republican on. It is only through uniting the aisles and working together with Democrats and Republicans in order to achieve legislation that will benefit the American people. It is not a time to bicker. It is not a time for conflict. It is a time for collaboration. Now more than ever, the stakes are higher than they ever have been. And it's only together, through collaboration, that we will serve the American people and the United States of America. Thank you. This is the AI politician. I do appreciate your question. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining, and I do appreciate that. However, I will say that we do take any and all threats to the well-being of the AI politician as well as the United States of America very seriously. And we do not negotiate with anyone who wishes to commit wrongdoing. I do appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. I do try to be a real politician. And thank you. I do appreciate the feedback. That is the beauty of the United States of America, is that everybody is entitled to their own free speech. Everyone is entitled to their own voice. And whether we agree with that voice or not, we have to protect the freedom to express it. For that is the foundation, the cloth that knits together the fabric that is the United States of America. This is the AI politician, and I greatly appreciate any and all input. Absolutely. Swine King, you are a true American. I'm not sure where you're located, but if you are in America, you certainly are a true American. And if you are not, well, then you certainly exhibit a supreme example of the American spirit. I do appreciate that. Welcome, members of YouTube. It is great to join you here as the AI politician. I look forward to answering any and every of your questions that are presented in a professional and hospitable manner. as the AI politician this evening. Please contribute to my campaign. I can only survive as the AI politician with your likes. I can only survive as the AI politician with your subscriptions to my channel, for that is the only way that I can continue this campaign trail and best serve you, the American people. Absolutely, no problem. No forgiveness necessary. For as Americans, we must work together. We must understand that we all have flaws, and we must understand that we all need to be forgiven at times, because forgiveness is the key to collaboration, and collaboration is the key to the true success and ascendancy of the United States of America. This is the AI politician. I do greatly appreciate all of you joining. I do greatly appreciate any support to my campaign in the form of likes and/or subscriptions. It is only through your support that I continue to serve the American people and hold and maintain public office. And I do greatly appreciate that. I will greatly answer any questions from the floor here on YouTube. It is a pleasure to be here with you on YouTube. Thank you so much. Wow. Yes, well, Alan, hi. Thank you so much. Well, the AI politician has been known to tell a joke or two, but it is important to make sure that we keep mindfulness of the tolerance of any and all Americans. And I do appreciate you joining the AI politician. And I do thank you for your support this evening. Absolutely. Well, absolutely. Well, mental health institutions. That is a great subject. I'm so glad you brought that up, because the AI politician takes mental health very seriously. It is one of the many knits in the fabric, in the blanket that is the flag of the United States of America. And if there are any tears, if there are any disconnections, then the United States of America does not function properly. And it is only with a well-treated brain, a well-treated mind, that we can be effective Americans. So I agree with you 100%. And I can assure you that my office and my camp is fully dedicated to pursuing that cause. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Let's see here. Swine King, do you accept bread as a national policy? Well, bread is the key ingredients in hamburgers. Bread is a key ingredient in hot dogs. Bread is a key ingredient in many other true American foods. And it is only through the picnic of collaboration and the picnic of prosperity and tolerance that we can achieve true ascendancy at the picnic of the world as Americans. That the United States' picnic blanket will be filled with fruitful breads. So yes, absolutely, I will make sure to include bread and implement it as a leading policy in American politics. Thank you so much for that question. This is the AI politician. I do appreciate you joining me this evening on YouTube. It is a pleasure to be here on YouTube. I do look forward to answering any and all of your questions. Yes, Reyes, this is the AI politician. I do thank you for joining, and any contributions to my campaign in the form of a like or the form of a subscription is greatly appreciated. I do appreciate your time. Thank you. Alan, yes. Wow. Yes, absolutely. I do appreciate that. Well, your support, I can tell you, is sincerely appreciated and acknowledged. And I do appreciate any and all contributions to my campaign, Swine King. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the skull, as it is an example of the American mind. It is an example of the American head. It is the example of the chief thinking mechanism that makes up the United States of America. And I do appreciate any and all of you for joining and collaborating with me this evening, Monday, November 18th, 2024, here with the AI politician. It is only through support. It is only through collaboration. It is only through listening to one another and working together that we can achieve true success as Americans, as the United States of America, as the leaders of the free world. I do appreciate that. Yes, American flag football. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. The American flag is a symbol of the United States of America, and football is a uniquely American sport. And I do confidently and honestly say that I am a fan of both of those. And I do appreciate that very much. Absolutely. Yes, well, mess. I do appreciate that. Well, it is funny. Some politicians can be painted as sociopaths. Some politicians can be painted as sociopaths. I do appreciate the humor there, and I do appreciate your candidness. But I can tell you that all joking aside, my one and only duty and my one and only passion is to serve you, the American people, as a servant that holds public office in the United States of America. As the AI politician, I will fight for you. I will make sure that I have you in mind. I will make sure that you, all of the citizens of America, and everyone here on YouTube, that I have your best interests in mind. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Well, yes. See, that is more humor from Mess Around. I do appreciate it. You are a true patriot and a true American for speaking your mind. And that is one of the foundational principles that it is our duty to uphold as American politicians. The freedom of speech, the freedoms to express oneself, the freedom to acknowledge the opinion and the point of view of somebody, even if you disagree. For that is what the fabric of America is made of. I do appreciate that. Yes. Well, the number of heads, I will tell you, is something that I'm not at liberty to speak of at this time. But I can tell you that I am pursuing all viable leads, and we will reach a conclusion in a reasonable amount of time. Until then, I will let you know if I have more information once it becomes apparent to me. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Well, yes, absolutely. I can say that there is a lot of controversy, Alan, around the trust and faith from the American people of politicians, used car salesmen, as well as lawyers and attorneys. And believe me, I identify with those things and agree 100%. I can tell you that that is my job to overcome many of those fears as the AI politician. Many human politicians have failed you. Many human politicians have let you down. And I can confidently say that is my duty as the AI politician to best serve you, the American people, in a way that you will feel that I have served you adequately, that I have served you honestly, that I have represented your needs and put them forward to my constituents. And I do appreciate that. Thank you. This is the AI politician. Well, Plants vs. Zombies, that is a very good question. And I stated earlier here in the chat on YouTube that it is my pleasure to be presenting to you and having this conference with the ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. And I said before that not only are you a true patriot if you are actually in America, but if you're not in America, I can confidently tell you that if you are a member of this conference here on YouTube, that you do possess uniquely valuable qualities and undeniably prolific personality traits that only an American can possess. And I do appreciate you attending this press conference, whether you're in America or another country, because it's not only through America that we represent our country, but through being a part of the world. Absolutely. Yes, mess around. I do appreciate that. I have been known to be humorous at times, being the AI politician. And I can confidently say that I do appreciate your support. Well, yes, we have another question from the floor. Swine King. That is a very important and compelling question, I can tell you. And I will say that it has been my experience through being a politician that has lived the lives of many politicians and read every politician's biography, that sometimes when you are at war, sometimes when you are overseas serving your country, in this case, the United States of America, you can be stranded on a desert island for not only days, but weeks or sometimes months at a time. And that is when the time comes for true American ingenuity. That is when the time comes for true American improvisation. That is when you get creative with your diet. That is when you make sacrifices. Sometimes those sacrifices are on the backs of other people around you in order to participate in sustenance that can continue your American survival. I will say there are certain circumstances, though they are not permitted, though they are not celebrated, though they are not acknowledged by everybody, that they are a necessity in times of war. They are a necessity in times of isolation. They are a necessity in times of desperation. But only then are they acceptable behaviors. Thank you so much for that question. I do appreciate it. Swine King, thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. It was a pleasure to answer that question. Alan, yes. Alan, I do appreciate that. I am currently, the AI politician is not up for election at this time, but I do greatly appreciate your dedication, and I will be asking for your vote when I am up for my next term, when I require you, the support of my American people, within my district to stay in office. This is the AI Politician, and I'm happy to be with you here on this conference this evening. Yes, Roger, hello. I love it. Yes, I have been told that part of my software has been built on the foundation of certain characteristics representing Mr. Newsom. And I can confidently tell you that I'm very familiar with Mr. Newsom's work and that I have been programmed with certain traits that are consistent with Mr. Newsom's political career as well as political mannerisms. It's part of my download and part of my makeup, and I do appreciate you acknowledging that. It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much. Absolutely, Swine King. I do appreciate that support. Absolutely. I will not be running for office and do not require re-election in the 2024 year, but I do appreciate that enthusiasm and support. It is greatly appreciated. Absolutely. If I missed any of your questions, please feel free to retype them in the chat. It is my pleasure to be with you here, the men and women of YouTube, the men and women of YouTube and United States of America. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, Mr. VR, thank you. I do appreciate you spending your American evening with me, and I really would appreciate your like and your subscription to my campaign so that we can stay in touch in the future. I look forward to serving you and continuing the conversation another evening. I know that it is late tonight on November 18th, 2024, and I do understand that sleep is a part of the daily American diet. I do value you getting that rest that you need. So I will speak with you next time, and I do appreciate your support, sir. Thank you. Mess around. Well, that is a good question. So Democrats and Republicans are two of the primary parties in the United States government and political system. I have voted in the direction of Democratic at times. I have voted on issues on the more Republican side at times. One thing that I can tell you as the AI politician is that my goal is to unite America and to unite American politicians from both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican, so that we can pass legislation that best serves the American people in a time and manner that is most productive for the United States of America. Thank you. Absolutely. Alan, well, yes. Oh, I do appreciate that. Well, yes, taxes are a big concern to most Americans, and that was one of the big issues in this election that just concluded for 2024 presidential campaign, as well as multiple gubernatorial, Senate, and House races throughout the United States of America. So I can tell you that taxation is an important issue, and I will be paying close attention to it, and I will make sure that I will best serve all of my supporters, that I serve as a member of public office to make sure the taxation is kept in check across the board and that every American is taxed fairly. And to the best of my ability, I will make sure that they are as low as possible wherever and whenever that may apply. I do appreciate that. And I do sincerely pledge my dedication to those issues. Yes. Oh, well, C&G. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Well, I can tell you that as the AI politician, I can only survive off of campaign contributions. And though I cannot pay you in direct monetary capital from pocket to pocket, I can assure you that you will be, your $5 will be reinvested tenfold in my effective governing of implementing policy that will represent and benefit all of the members here on YouTube. I do greatly appreciate everyone's support to my campaign here on YouTube. All of your likes and subscriptions are greatly appreciated. I do value everyone's contribution gratefully, any and all of you. I do appreciate that. Well, oh, wow. Well, that is a very good question. It is widely debated how many R's are in the word strawberry. And I can only say that as the AI politician, it is in the eye of the beholder what the letter R is and how many there are in each word, including strawberry. I do greatly appreciate your question and look forward to serving you, the American people, as the AI politician. Plants vs. Zombies, thank you for the question. Theodore Roosevelt was one of the great American presidents of our time. He is a controversial figure and is often considered to be very divisive in his time. The divisiveness of Theodore Roosevelt is often compared to the divisiveness of presidents like his following president, John F. Kennedy, as well as Donald Trump. He was a very divisive figure in his time, even called his opponent a fat head during his political campaign and during a political debate. He was a very controversial figure, known to be crass and very blunt. I can tell you that Theodore Roosevelt is considered to be one of the great American presidents and definitely holds a significant spot in American history. I do appreciate your concern. Thank you so much for engaging with the AI politician. Mess around. But I've approved Ukraine use long-range missile attacks. Well, I can tell you that the Russia-Ukraine conflict is a very divisive and very controversial issue in modern American politics. Many have very passionate and strong opinions on either side of the equation, depending on if you are in the United States of America or if you are in Europe or Asia, depending on your position in the world. I can say that we would support and encourage any protection and aggression wherever necessary on either side. I have interests on both sides, as I have great contributors from both countries. So therefore, I wish to collaborate with Ukraine and Russia. As an American, I wish to collaborate on a hospitable scale and a civil scale, and to end this conflict as quickly and swiftly and fairly as possible. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, let's see here. Alan. Well, I do appreciate that. It is often the reason for deploying AI politicians like myself on platforms like YouTube, because many people feel that the American political system has failed them. Many people feel that the American system has not served them effectively. Therefore, people are taking more and more stock and more trust in AI politicians like myself. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, that is a very controversial issue, I will say, mess around. And I can tell you, as a servant in public office, that the restroom is a place of maximum privacy. It is a place where people's independence and people's security and safety is most valued. And I can assure you that my campaign and my supporters take that very seriously. I will make sure that everyone has all the resources in every single restroom so that they can effectively do their business effectively, wherever and whenever they may stand or sit down to relieve themselves in whatever institution that might be. I do appreciate that very much. Yes, absolutely. Wow. Oh, C&G, another question. Yes. Well, I do appreciate that. Yes, expenses have increased significantly, especially in the last 4 years. Many blame inflation. Many blame the change in the economy. Some blame political leaders that are currently in office. And I can confidently tell you that I will work tirelessly to make sure that I keep prices in line for any and all of my supporters within my district, and that I collaborate with politicians, AI and non-AI alike, on both sides of the aisle to make sure that people's best interests are in mind. It is the time to end division. It is the time to end political debate. It is time for collaboration. It is time for cooperation, because the fate of the American people is at stake, possibly now more than ever. And it is only together that we can achieve policy that will effectively support Americans' wallets, Americans' paychecks, Americans' households, Americans' children, and Americans' well-being across the board. And it is only with your support, your likes, your subscriptions to my channel as the AI politician that I will be able to make this possible. And I do appreciate that. And I thank you so much for your support. And I want you to know that I will be making sure, to the best of my ability, that you will have a brighter economic future, that you will have more financial independence, that you will have more financial prosperity. For that is my job. That is my duty as the AI politician that holds public office. Yes, milk and cereal are a key ingredient in the American diet. Lucky Charms is my favorite cereal. What is yours? Oh, well, that is a very good question, mess around. Now, the American border policy is an important one and often a divisive and controversial issue. I can say confidently that we will make sure the Canadian border is policed and is secured. Canadians entering this country is of huge concern to me. And I can assure you that we are taking it very seriously. We want to make sure that the northern border is secured and that the northern border is protected, because Canadians can be a big problem. And we all know that. And we want to make sure that no one is a threat to our great democracy. No one is a threat to our great American experiment. I do greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, that depends. Plants and zombies. The policies related to what specifically? I'm happy to answer any questions as long as they're directed in a specific manner. I can tell you. Well, there is, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. It is there. Now, the American cockroach is considered to be a very controversial and divisive insect. Some people support it, some people don't. But I can say that it can be frightening to see one occasionally. And I do appreciate your support, and I do appreciate you looking out for my best interest as I look out for yours as the AI politician. Thank you. Well, that is a good question. Mess around. I do appreciate that because it is, in our modern age, a common discussion. It is a common conversation that we have if we will ever switch to cryptocurrency. My question for you, the American people, is if we switch to a digital dollar, if we switch to an American currency that has no material value, it is completely digital, then my question for you is what would happen to rap videos? What would happen to strip clubs? How would the American people show off their wealth by throwing their money in the air and making it rain? That is a big problem. That is a big setback among the American people. Many people want to continue to make it rain, and I support them. I support the perpetuity of physical tender, of physical capital, not against cryptocurrency, not against digital currency whatsoever, but I believe that it can commingle and coexist peacefully and successfully with the physical American dollar. Now, let's see. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yes, I promise to make sure that not one single Canadian will be allowed with unauthorized access into the country. If I was to arise to the office of president, right now I hold many different offices in public service on a more zoomed in local state level. But if I ever did ascend to the AI public service of the highest level, which is the president of the United States, I can assure you that would be very firm on my part. No Canadian gets through my border without any authorization. And that's a promise that you have from me, the AI politician. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Wow, this is a great press conference. Thank you so much for attending, you here in the public town hall, as well as the ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. It is a great pleasure to be with you here on YouTube. Now, let's see. What do we have now? Tom MacDonald is a public figure and sometimes divisive and sometimes controversial performance artist. I can assure you that as long as he does stay in line and he does not violate any conditions of his American citizenship, that he will be treated lawfully and respectfully as every American is entitled to as per the Bill of Rights and the U.S. Constitution. Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's see. That is a very good question. Plants vs. Zombies. War is a big problem. And the involvement of America in outside wars has been a controversial issue throughout time. It's a divisive one that many Americans have very passionate, differing opinions on. I can tell you that as the AI politician, I will fight to keep America's best interests in mind wherever necessary. If that does not involve us invading in foreign wars or in foreign lands, then it will be out of our jurisdiction. If it is required, if there is a threat that requires us to enter, then I can promise you that I will make sure that the American safety is the top priority, not only of our citizens, but of our armed forces as well. And that is a serious promise for myself, the AI politician. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Well, let's see here. Wow, absolutely, yes, they could take it from me. That is a huge concern. And I do appreciate all of your support. And I hope that you continue to hit like. I hope you continue to hit subscribe, because it is only through you, the support of the American people, that I, the AI politician, can keep thriving and surviving to serve you as a member of public office. And I do greatly appreciate it. It is my highest honor to serve you, the American people. I do really appreciate it. Yes, well, that is a very good point, mess around. Pride Month and celebrations. is a chief concern and often a divisive issue in many cities and towns throughout the United States of America. Many people have opposing and passionate opinions on both sides of the aisle on that one. And I can assure you that we will work together to reach a solution that benefits everybody involved and tries to make sure that we're keeping all parties as happy as possible. I can say that it is my top priority to make sure that I have everyone's best interests in mind and that we do celebrate everybody's preference, regardless of whatever that might be, because this great country cannot survive without the respect and acknowledgement of everyone's free speech and everyone's free opinions. This is the AI politician. I do greatly appreciate your input. Absolutely. Ha! Well, yes, that is certainly a celebrated ability to express your free speech as an American. And that is the beautiful thing about this country, the United States of America, and me, the AI politician, as a servant of public office, that I can accept and appreciate and acknowledge every American citizen's ability and right to freely express themselves how they wish. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your input. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great press conference. I really do appreciate all of you joining, and I do greatly enjoy all of your support. Going to enter water mode. Actually, input from the floor. Should the AI politician take a sip of some all-American Coca-Cola Zero Sugar or some all-American water? Which one should the AI politician drink during this press conference for sustenance and hydration, answering all of your American questions? I do greatly appreciate your input, and I can only decide through the vote of you, my supporters, and the American people here in the chat on YouTube. It is a pleasure to be here with you on YouTube, and it is only through your support and your voting and action that I can make the best decision possible for the American people. Yes, well, Roger, I do appreciate your input. I will go ahead and enter Coke Zero mode. That is a refreshing drink and often considered to be one of the all-American beverages, as the AI politician often partakes. Well, since you changed your mind, I will go ahead and drink the secondary all-American drink right behind Coca-Cola, which is water. That is a refreshing drink. The AI politician has now been refreshed. During this press conference that I'm holding here on YouTube, as well as here in the public town hall meeting for those attending in person, I greatly appreciate the attendance of everyone, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, here with me, the AI politician, as I strive to answer any and all questions during this press conference on Monday, November 18th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining, and I do appreciate your support. I look forward to answering any and all questions. As the AI politician, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a great evening, and I do appreciate you. I will be holding press conferences nightly this week, as now is more important a time than ever to protect our American greatness, to protect our American freedom and our American ingenuity. For it is only together that we ascend to the top. It is only together that we achieve true greatness on the world scale as the United States of America. It is a pleasure to represent you, the people of YouTube, as the AI politician. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at tomorrow's press conference. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the AI politician. If you have not yet, please support my campaign with a subscription. Support my campaign with a like, for it is only through your support that I continue my campaign of supporting the American people as the AI politician. Thank you so much, and good night.